Well, hello then, I do hope you're all well. Remember them heavy days when James O'Brien would pull apart Brexiters' arguments for the reason why to leave the evil overlords of the European Union? Now, them days are very few and far between. But anyway, after the Queen's speech, after the reopening of Parliament, when it was not very much in it to really pull apart on or whatever you want to say, he decided in the last hour of that day to have a conversation where why would this government would want to tear apart this or triggering Article 16. And he got some really intelligent, articulate people from Northern Ireland, or, well, not Northern Ireland, from both sides of the border, should I say. Now, over the last 5 or 6 years, people who I've heard from both sides of the border always been articulate and intelligent. But unfortunately, he got a guy called John from Londonderry, and let's just say he just believed all the Brexit nonsense. And the reason why he wanted to leave the evil overlords of the EU was because he didn't like Beethoven.
So why is Liz Truss threatening to rip it up if nobody in Northern Ireland is particularly bothered by it except DUP politicians? John's in Londonderry, or Derry, whichever you prefer. As a unionist, John probably prefers Londonderry. John, what made you pick up the phone?
Yes, Londonderry, James. Now, I don't wake up every morning, James, and say to myself, oh my God, another day with this bloody protocol. You know this, James, it doesn't affect me one iota. And I'm a unionist Brexiteer, 100% Brexiteer.
Right.
And nobody convinced me to vote Brexit but myself. No papers, no none. I don't like the European Union.
The thing is that you're about to say something like the EU makes our laws and we can't do anything about it. And you didn't arrive at that conclusion yourself. You've been told that by 30 years of media coverage, because it's not true.
No, you don't know what I've been told.
No, you're absolutely right. I don't. You tell me why then.
Don't you put words under my mouth.
No, you're absolutely right. Why is it then?
I voted to leave the European Union because I don't like the European Union system. Yeah, I'm not here to talk about that.
No, you have to now, because otherwise people are going to think that I was right when I suggested that you think they make our laws and we have no control over it.
Oh, Brian, you're always right, but...
No, but go on, what is the real reason?
The real reason... I have no problem... I'm not here to talk about the protocol.
No, we are. Well, what's your real reason for being an ardent Brexiteer, in your own words?
Because I don't like the European Union.
Yeah, but why not?
And it's not because I don't like the anthems. I don't like.
You don't like the anthems?
I don't like them.
They're not compulsory.
I don't like.
You voted Brexit because you don't like Beethoven.
You get your fucking 3 years every day on here.
You voted Brexit because you don't like Beethoven.
I don't like unelected presidents either.
We're off again.
Right, can I talk about what I've come on to talk about?
Well, you can only talk about what I've invited you on to talk about. You can't just come on and tell me your shopping list.
I've come on to talk. I'm talking about the protocol.
Yeah, go on then.
It affects me.
Yeah, and it doesn't. You've already told me it doesn't affect you.
Can I speak, fella?
Yeah, I'm just reminding you what you've already said, fella. I've just reminded you what you've already said, John, because you seem to be getting confused. Yeah, go on, mate. Fill your boots.
Right. I have no personal objection against the protocol. The best of both worlds is great. But the only problem I have is if the EU make laws which affect Northern Ireland, we don't have any say against them laws.
So I wasn't putting words in your mouth.
Listen to me. I think...
No, John, I'm not. I have listened to you. I think that's what's annoying you.
The Northern Ireland executive should have vetoes over them laws.
Right. But they can't, can they? Because those are the rules and the regulations that need to be abided by if the goods are going to be...
The protocol has to go there.
Yes.
The protocol has to go
there.
there.
So the protocol has to go because...
The European Union is making laws over our land.
There it is. So I wasn't putting words in your mouth, man. Fella, sorry.
You are, fella.
No, I'm not, fella.
Get over yourself, fella.
Don't get over yourself. Owen's in Bangor. Owen, oh, for goodness sake, man. Is that what we're up against?
Listen, the previous caller really embarrasses me.
Well, to be fair, he embarrassed himself more.
We don't... Oh, I'm shaking with rage,
actually. Come on, don't. Seriously. We'll get through it.
Honestly, it's so embarrassing to listen to something like that. The majority of us don't get on like that over here. A lot of people over there probably think we're all like that. We're not. With regard to the DUP, the thing that really enrages the DUP is that trade north-south is at an all-time high. Trade from here to the EU, down to Dublin, get on a ferry, arrive in Europe, tariff-free trade. It's at an all-time high. That is what drives the DUP and people like your previous caller, who embarrasses the life out of me.
Because the fear is that the direction of traffic is moving towards a united Ireland, right? That's what underpins all of this, and people should just be a little bit more honest about that. I say I don't care, because that's what makes it Brexity, Owen. Is I don't care if we're going to be worse off.
Yeah.
I care more about what flag it is I'm saluting in the morning.
But the majority of people don't talk like that.
No, I know. You don't have to account for him, all right? It's a radio phone-in show. I'm used to this kind of thing. And I gather that the radio phone-ins in Northern Ireland are full of people like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I've got so many listeners over there now.
That's why I've started to listen to you.
You're not wrong.
James.
You're not wrong, fella. So it is, I mean, we don't want to overcomplicate it, but what is it that they're so worried about? Why do they need to scrap the protocol? Answer, because it is making membership of the European Union or the single market or the same body that the Republic is in look a hell of a lot more attractive than membership of the United Kingdom.
Correct. 100% correct. James,
That's my
I was on with the Pope yesterday, and it's more difficult to get through to you.
I can't apologise for that, can I? It would be a little bit self-defeating. Owen, thank you. And there it is. The simple model of these kind of debates, if you're listening to this in Belfast, is that you just ring up and bellow stuff about being a Brexiteer and laws and an unelected president. Mate, we left that behind 6 years ago. Those debates are completely over. I want to know whether or not the membership or the subscription to the Northern Ireland Protocol has a positive or negative impact upon your life, or no impact at all. In which case, what is the benefit of risking a trade war by abandoning it? And almost a little sense of, it was like the good old days, that, for a minute, wasn't it? Or deja vu, or whatever you want to call it. Owen, by contrast, simply explains that actually the Northern Ireland Protocol is serving Northern Ireland really, really well. And that scares the bejesus out of the DUP because, well, the direction of traffic then becomes towards a united Ireland as opposed to a united kingdom. And eventually, it's a long, long, long way off. And I don't think, and James Crisp, the Brussels correspondent for The Telegraph, is probably the most optimistic analysis I've seen. Thinks that it'll all be sorted in 6 months. Article 16 will never be triggered. But ultimately, I think we're heading towards a choice between a united Ireland or a united kingdom, because you're not going to be able to have both.
Now, after John had made a tit of himself, I could have quite easily left it there. We could have had a good chuckle and a giggle at some clown make an absolute tit of himself. But the thing is that over the last how many years since the Brexit referendum, I've listened to so many intelligent, articulate, and people who know their shit from both sides of the Irish border. And this is the first time I've heard an absolute clown make a tit of himself. And thank God for Owen. He showed that he's very much in the minority. John prattled on the nonsense about EU laws and blah-de-blah, and made a complete clown of himself, and got so angry about it he even turned the air blue. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and until the next time I shall bid you farewell and take care.